So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can add more text to the top up here, as well as I'm making a rectangular base for this one. So I'm also going to show you how we can make that rectangular base. Okay, so let's get started with adding my first name to the top here. First thing I want to do is I just want to move this down on my paper so that I've got more room up in the top. So one of the easiest ways to do that is I want to make sure that I select everything. So if I click and hold, I get this selection window. Some people will say it's a rubber band selection window. I just want to drag that over my entire nameplate so far, and that will allow me to select everything. Now I can click and drag this down, but I do want to keep it centered left to right, so that really the easiest way to move this down is just to push and hold down the arrow key, and it will nudge this all the way down towards the bottom of the paper. All right, leave a little bit of room down at the bottom, room that's about even to what you see on the sides. So now what I want to do is I just want to go ahead, I'm just going to add my name to the top here. Now for this you can definitely use lowercase as well. So I'm going to grab my text tool, I'm going to click, and I'm going to go ahead and type that out. Now I'm going to go back, I'm going to grab my pick tool. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so that I can see that. So now I'm going to go over here to my object properties. I like to do it. I like to work out of my object properties because I can really see the whole name change. And I'm going to click on to the drop down here to go through and select what font I want to use. If you click, you can see if I pause over that font, it will show me exactly what that looks like. Again, if you do not have your object properties here, go back to video 3, and about in the middle of that video it will show you how to get the object properties to show up. So I just want to go ahead, I'm going to pick out a font. I'm not going to spend a lot of time selecting what font I want for this. This looks pretty cool. I think I'll go with this one. Yeah, I think I'll use this one for now. So now what I want to do, again, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to expand this. I'm going to make this fairly large. All right. Let's get rid of the fill and make an outline. I'll do that now. So again, to get rid of that fill, again, over in the object properties, this is your fill. Fill type, I just want to click on that drop down, select no fill, and then go down to my outline width and select that 0.05. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. I want to click, and I'm just going to drag this down. I'm fine with it being a little bit not going all the way across here. I don't want it to cover all the way across. I'm going to leave that a little bit shorter than the full end. And if you look here, you can see that that line is overlapping. All right, so you can see all of my the base of all my letters is overlapping that little bit. All right, so now I want to push and hold the shift key, and I'm going to select my outside rectangle. All right, and now I'm going to go up to my menu bar up at the top, and for this feature we're going to use the weld feature. And I'm going to select that weld feature, and what that's going to do is it's going to do exactly what it sounds like. It's going to weld it to that piece. So it's going to weld those two shapes together. And there you can see I've got that laid out. So from here, last thing I want to do is just create my base. For this, I'm going to actually just make a rectangular base. It's going to go most of the way across. I think I'm going to make that 10 inches long. All right, and again, it does have to fit on here. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. All right, it can't be touching anything else. I will round over those corners. I don't want those sharp corners, so I'm just gonna round those over. And I think that's gonna make a nice little base for this. So I'll be able to weld this onto that base. So that's an option that you can go ahead and create.